right, so let's get into the tuning of the dobro for a little bit. In bluegrass music, the standard tuning for a dobro is like this: G, B, D, G, B, D. So you have 6 strings and they're tuned in 2 major triads. As I said, G, B, D, and then 1 octave up, G, B, D. This is kind of convenient that you have the lowest 3 strings are the same notes as the highest 3 strings, just an octave apart. So one thing as we go along and we're learning, you can just keep in mind that anything you learn on these top 3 strings can just be transferred to the lowest 3. So like I said, it's G, B, D, G, B, D. And the way it's tuned is, it's similar to how you would, in fact it's the same as how you would play, if any of you are guitar players, you would play an open G chord on a flat top guitar. It's tuned the same. It's a little bit of a higher tuning than a standard flat top guitar. And I think the reason they chose this tuning is because of the material that was generally being played on dobro, which is bluegrass and country. G's a common key. So that's what we're working with. Now for tuning, I'll get my tuner here, and what I tend to do is I start with the G and the D strings. So you've got your G string here on the 3rd and on the 6th. These are your 2 Gs, the 3rd and the 6th. And the way the strings are numbered is generally number 1 string is the string farthest away from you, the highest string. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you've got 3 is a G and 6 is a G. And then you've got 1 is D and 4 is D. So I tune those first. I tune the G's and the D's, and I wait on the B strings because the B's are a little tricky. So what I'll do is I'll start with this middle G string, the 3rd string, first. So I'll pluck that and get that lined up. Once I have that in tune, I'll play the highest string, the 1st string. This is a D. Get that lined up and kind of play those together. Sounds in tune. Then I'll go to this 4th string, which is the other D. Get it in tune. And then I have these 3 strings here. Those are in tune. I'll go to my lowest string, the G, the low G, get that in tune. And then I have all the G's and all the D's in tune. That's the easy part. Now the B strings are the 2nd and the 5th. Now one unique thing about the dobro is that I've found is I tend to tune these B strings a little bit flat. And the reason is when you tune them to the tuner, which I'll do to demonstrate, it tends to have a sharp, kind of bright sound. And so for the way I play, which is doing lots of chords, and you can hear this is the B tuned to the tuner, it's got quite a bit of sort of warbliness to it. So what I'll do is I'll tune it to the tuner and then back it off a little bit. So there it's in tune, and I'll just put it maybe there. Just 1 or 2 notches flat. Hear how much more consonant and pleasant that sounds. So eventually you'll get to tuning these B strings by ear, but they're kind of tricky. So usually what I like to do is tune these, the G's and the D's first, and then go to the B's. And as I say, at first you can use the tuner, put them in tune and back it off a little bit, but eventually you'll just use your ear and get it to where it stops sort of wobbling. You can hear it. Right? And then make sure those are in tune. And then what I'll do is I'll just strum all the way down, see how it sounds. That sounds in tune to me, and we're ready to play.